Warning: this podcast may contain adult content or language. It also might contain content that could be seen from others as uncomfortable or upsetting due to personal reasons. If that is the case, then please proceed with caution or stop the video as we at the table are comfortable in most circumstances. This is a safety blanket meant for all individuals watching these episodes, as it is unclear what story content will be displayed. Hope you enjoy the story.
Welcome back to Misrolled Adventures. This is our second episode here. Let's just continue right back on. Why have a Book of the Mormon? Oh, you were downstairs with a bunch of religious people, huh?
God, I was stuck in the doorway. It was awful.
Funny. Okay, so we're just going to continue right where we left off. The party had been ambushed by a few trolls, one of which Jacqueline was able to successfully dodge out of. Don't touch a bag right when I'm fiddling with the introduction, sir. But with combat initiating, the two people that got snatched were Zacchaeus and Ryder, one of which was slapped around like crazy,
Like a doodle.
and the other turned into Bear Karis and launched out of his chest. That's where we last left off. Jacqueline just got knocked on her ass into the sludge, and the horse is knocked over as well. The rest of the cart is essentially moving. No, she didn't get hurt. It was trying to try and grapple you, and you just essentially got shoved instead because of its failure. The carts have moved some, so they moved up here. Okay.
Now we're getting further away.
That's
The golden deer, now.
we're gonna continue right on going then. So Jacqueline, you're up.
Wait, is that what that bird is supposed
Yeah,
to be?
it's supposed to be
Is that the other card?
Yeah, it's the deer. It's the deer.
I love it.
Okay, so she's, am I,
You're currently prone on the ground.
can I get up and get back on my horse?
The horse is currently on its side. It's not currently standing.
That
yet.
horse is dead, okay.
It's not dead. You can see it's wriggling around, but it's
No.
taking its time to try to get up.
No, like, that horse is gone.
Well, what are you doing?
I know that.
You spent half your movement to stand up. You got about 5 feet left.
You go. This guy has a broken leg.
Can I try to stand the horse up?
You can try to make like a strength athletics check to kind of pull it onto its side. Yeah.
Alright, if this fails, I'm without a horse.
So go ahead and roll with disadvantage because you are exhausted.
It's gonna fail, so I will probably be without a horse. Here
be
we
a
go. Here we go, everybody.
No, not.
-1. Yeah! There's the disadvantage. Hopefully. 4.
Yeah, you try to go over to grab it. It's just wriggling, kicking around. You just get kicked a little bit. Fuck! Stop it! Stop! And you just can't get around.
you in the butt!
You can't get the horse up on its legs.
So I will then be like, may you rest in peace, my friend. Okay. I'm not. I can't save that thing. I know what happened to the other horse. It didn't come back. So I'm like, nope. If it doesn't get up on its own, it's gone.
So what are you doing? You have some movement and a bonus action.
Well, can I keep moving in place so I don't sink into the?
You can move 5 feet. Yeah. You can just like scoot over.
Sure.
There you go.
So do I use my action?
Yeah.
I'll have the bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Bear Karis, what are you doing? Your paws are currently getting sunk into the ground, especially with your mass weight.
Fatty.
I'm gonna tackle that troll and maul it to death, hopefully.
Are you actually gonna try to tackle, or are you just gonna unleash attacks at it?
I'll multi-attack.
Okay, that's what you meant. Okay. Go ahead and lash out in your bear fury. So it's one claw, one bite.
Bite is 15 to hit.
That hits barely. Just barely hits.
And
Just
hold
barely.
on.
What was that? What?
Claws.
The claws miss.
Claws are a natural 20.
Oh, I didn't hear that. I thought I heard a 2. Okay, that will surprisingly hit with your claws, which is actually very powerful as well for a bear. So go ahead and roll your damage.
Plus double the dice.
4 damage?
The bite does 4.
Um,
Alright, and
Claws are max for
Holy crap.
18.
oh,
Oh man.
Wait,
And he's barely breathing, guys.
Wait, how much damage a claw would do? Is it?
in total you did 22.
Wow.
He's hurt.
how's that
he's-
natural taste?
So basically what ends up happening, you lunge at it with your bare paws, and you bite into it, realize that it's got thick, tough, disgusting skin, kind of spit out whatever bit of flesh you had, then just take both your claws and just rake straight down. You can see it just go. It's bleeding profusely in its throat.
Troll, correct?
This is a troll, yes.
Oh god damn it.
This one has been brutally beaten the shit out of, though, by like everyone. It is barely
Hasn't been
standing.
burned or poisoned yet.
Not in this round. It regenerated last turn.
Barely standing.
Anything else you want to do? You still have some movement?
No, that's it.
Put him off in bear form.
When you end your turn, you're currently grappled to the ground.
Okay.
Rex, your turn.
Okay.
And this is where we
You can
lose
see
the
that they are
carries.
currently fighting off a mass.
I have no ranged weapons.
Yeah,
Roll
these-
your sword.
Do you have any spells?
Lose it. No, I do not have any spells.
He's a samurai, I think.
Yes. It's a little bit of a homebrew change. We got rid of a certain ability, changed up the stance rulings from a. We found like a homebrew samurai class that just was ridiculously broken. So I went into it because the only thing that initially was desirable was the stance option. So we
Everything
took
else was
those out.
trash.
So we just took that. I nerfed the shit out of it because before they were just absolutely broken, and this is a subclass of fighter, so.
I mean, samurai is an actual subclass.
It is, but yeah, it's a
The
different
one,
thing.
but the one we found was like very interesting.
It was like an actual class. But regardless,
It wasn't like the samurai.
no, it wasn't a
It's just-
samurai.
The samurai's just completely stupid.
It's super useless. Yeah. Anyways,
It gives you like,
advantage.
but it gives you like, God, I can't persuasion stuff. Like,
Yeah, you can talk and you have advantage on wisdom saving throws at level like 10.
it gives you more resist
Five,
death stuff. But
30.
that's the most useful part of
You
it.
know, it's nothing interesting.
No, it isn't.
Yeah, you're currently on a cart that is moving away from the party.
There's my boots.
Your long boots of striding or whatever.
Yeah.
They triple your jump distance.
Triple.
Mm-hmm.
They're called monsters of striding, and they make you jump.
Leaping and striding. It's a real thing.
Yeah, it is.
I just don't know what
You
they're.
just didn't say leaping.
I don't remember the whole thing. I just don't remember if leaping's actually in the title. I know long boots of striding.
Boots,
I'm pretty sure
your
it's
walking
striding.
speed becomes 30 unless higher.
Yep.
Yeah.
Jumping distance is triple, although you cannot leap further than your movement allows.
Yep.
So basically, you have special boots to move the same distance as everyone else.
So it's more useful on like dwarves because they
Boot.
only get 25.
Oh.
Boots of striding and springing.
Yeah, it's the smaller characters have less movement.
Do I have to make a athletic?
Like I think gnomes are.
To do your leap? No.
No.
You can jump 15 feet. Standing.
So what do you take for
These
damage?
are more useful.
Not
They're not so
necessarily.
useful.
Because I-
Goes in an arc.
No, I mean, he won't take fall damage, it'll just sink halfway into the mud when he lands.
You might need help with the other one, the rider.
That one currently is under compelled duel. Not that you would know, but so Max knows.
Who's Max?
I'm not gonna leave Securus behind, so I'm
No,
gonna
important.
lead 15.
Some more.
Okay, so you leap off the side 15 feet.
So
You
I'll
get
do
to the
it
cart
right here.
Yep,
behind
right
it.
there. You could do that. You could just go.
Doesn't it also have like a roof, like canvas roof?
No, it's just an open wagon. I don't know where you guys both got like this thing was
Do I still
closed.
have full movement?
You have 15 more feet of movement.
So
You don't know
you can
how
move.
15.
Well, you're in difficult terrain now, so you can. Your speed is halved, so you can move that 5, essentially.
that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna use my action to dash.
Okay, now you have another 15 feet.
So
5.
5, 10, 15.
There you go.
I mean, be careful. We don't want to lose half our party to the mine.
Go for.
Right.
That's what happened.
I'm gonna jump off the
What?
cart
We're
also.
probably just all
Okay,
be stuck in the
so
mud.
you leap off. What's your strength,
Oh
by the
my
way?
god!
My strength is 14.
So making a running leap, you can also leap 15 feet.
Oh, nice. I'll do that.
So you can land there. You have 5 feet of movement. It took you 10 to get there. And half, so you have
Making
5.
silly decisions. He's
Yeah, I'll
drunk.
just try to get as close as I can.
Okay. Are you using your action to dash?
Yeah.
5, 10, 15. There you go.
Alright.
Alright.
Here's a question. Where's Jordan?
Ryder is way back here because what ended up happening, there was a troll that was pursuing, that was staying 40 feet behind their cart originally, back here because he was by Mead. He slowed down 5 feet, and then when the troll ambushed Jacqueline, who dodged, this one snatched Ryder off of his horse, which is currently towed.
Oh.
How did he still have a horse? We were down
Hello?
the horse.
He had a horse.
Yeah.
He bought 2. He bought one for himself and Zacchaeus. Gopher took Zacchaeus' horse and lost it. So
Yeah.
the 2 people that have horses, because you guys left with 3 horses, was Jacqueline and Ryder. Those 2 have the horses left. And then you have 2 horses in tow for your cart. You good, Zacchaeus? Ooh. Ooh. Maybe he can't hear us. Or we can't hear him. One of the 2.
Technical difficulties.
Regardless, we're going to continue on for now, because it...
Well, he disconnected and then reconnected.
Randall, you're up. He'll figure it out.
You lost 1.
I'm trying to. Does anyone have the locate object spell?
That's metagaming.
You can't really ask right now. Currently, nobody's
Because-
nearby.
Well, here's a question. Because Randall, I am planning to have him ask this earlier.
Well, you didn't.
Good to know.
You're in the middle of
What do you
combat
think?
right now. One of your comrade has been taken.
I'm gonna get raped.
It's
My
good.
butt's, my butt's gonna be tarnished.
I mean,
Overly stretched.
you would finally know how it feels
Just like
to
my
be on
Japanese, my Japanese anime.
Jordan.
What are you doing, Randall?
Also, we found
How long? How would it be to get into the other cart?
Well, you'd have to climb on top of yours because you're currently in front with the reins of the horses, and then you'd have to jump over to this one, which in and of itself would be a feat of extreme dex, and then from there you're in that cart. Because the thing is, you're gonna have to basically try to land with someone else already there. Try ending the
Because
call
I'm
and
trying
calling
to
it.
count it. Wow.
He says the call is fucked up and it's stuck buffering for him, so I think he's like losing disconnection or something.
So I got my bonus. Because how far is it? Is the thing
From here or there?
to the cart? Yes.
The cart's 10 feet is 15 feet behind the other cart, so
So I'm trying to calculate it.
you'd be able to make it with a fairly decent roll. Not
Well, can I just walk there with my bonus action?
I mean, you're in sludge, so your movement would be at half if you were to walk.
Well,
through.
yes. Remember, I can bonus action.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you use your bonus action, you could do that.
Yeah. There we go.
Okay. I
It's
mean,
super easy.
you can
Because
get-
I'm just trying to.
Oh, yeah. So you're trying to get to this cart.
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
gonna shoot.
So you're
I'm
so,
always in
gonna
crossbow.
so you jump off 5, 10, or okay. So this is 5, 15, 25. Bonus action to dash. 5, 10, 15. And you're gonna
Get
have
in.
to, yeah, you're gonna have to pull up with the rest of them.
Make way!
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna just shoot with my poison crossbow.
At this one.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and roll to attack.
Nat 1.
All right. You go to fire.
Good roll.
Doesn't launch. Then you quickly glance at it. You realize it didn't knock the arrow.
I'm just gonna think. Calvin messed this up. Damn it.
You mean Rex?
No.
Don't-
You know exactly what I mean.
Well, the poison does spray off the side. Okay.
How does ground react to that? Is it like
Hmm?
just ground real happy about that?
Well, I mean, You're in the cart, so it's more or less just in the cart.
Well, I was more like I'm on the side.
Yeah, well, it's sprayed into the weapon. So, with that, we go to the guards. The guards are gonna stand first, watch you firing a crossbow that doesn't have an arrow nocked, and kind of give themselves a little bit of a chuckle. And then they're just gonna fire 3 arrows at this one.
Watchers ready?
Can I throw my foot onto the arrows?
First one will hit.
Like a point of damage.
Second one will also hit.
Wow.
Third one will miss. So 2d8 plus 4. That's an 8.
He's badly hurt, but he's still.
So they go to fire, and so all 3 of them are hitting. The 2 that hit just puncture deep into it. The third one that's coming at it misses barely, only because the troll then falls forwards, completely bleeding onto the ground, dying. Just
He's actually dead.
Oh my god! And so will you be if we don't get to you!
Well, the bear ain't going anywhere.
Zacharias, is your call fine now?
I am A-okay.
Okay.
And now he's dead.
Ryder, you're up. You are currently grappled and just got torn into by this troll. Because he couldn't flee because of the compelled duel. Which is good because I completely forgot about the disadvantage, remembered it, and it saved his life because otherwise he fell unconscious. Because all 3 hit, only the
Healing wood level 3!
Alright, wild magic.
Fireball!
You're good. Make sure you mark your spell
I
slots
mean, that
too.
would be real good in this situation.
So
So
3d4.
Yeah.
But he would definitely take the
Do
troll.
you not have cure wounds as a cleric?
I do, but.
Oh, you want your action.
Yeah. 12? Yeah.
12 points of healing.
Ooh, okay. Okay.
Alright, you have an action.
Why do we keep using this crossbow?
I
think
it's a decent crossbow. You just apparently can't hit with it.
I think the only thing I hit with it was the dragon.
Do I have free movements with my hands?
Yeah, it's enough. I mean, he's got you basically on the chest.
I think a storm is coming!
Alright, so you don't have to roll wild
Oh, yeah, I
magic.
can't do it.
So it's
go
Constitution saving throw.
Oh, shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
When did you put that?
Huh?
I'm guessing I'm gonna assume that it's very similar to Thunder Wave, which is
We
a.
can recover that.
I'm guessing it's a Thunder Wave spell basically, so it's gonna be Constitution based.
That's my magic.
It's actually in Xanathar's guy, isn't
It is Constitution.
it? It is.
It is.
Okay.
It's the one spell that I always remember is always Constitution. And
Well,
we
will
always
a
have
23 save?
No.
Roll a natural 18. It didn't really matter what kind of save.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So you clap. Everyone else hears this thunderous audible like.
And then everyone's like, God damn it, right?
There's nothing. Doesn't even budge from it. And that's what you do. So top of the initiative order, the carts are going to continue to move. They move 20 feet. Alright. Mead, still within range. Actually.
No, I think he'll be at
He's-
disadvantage.
Yeah, well, yeah, he'll be at disadvantage trying to shoot at that one over there. But he'll still make the attempt. That's not good. Even worse. It's gonna miss horribly. Just
Hit the deer somehow.
it shoots behind him. No. He didn't roll a natural 1, roll a natural 2. But
It just goes down straight into the mud. It just keeps going, and we hear a loud roar. and
you,
something underneath the
with
mud.
that terrible shot, he just goes, I'm gonna launch the horses! Do what you need to do. And he just goes back, slapping the reins of the horses. Okay, the trolls' turns.
We need you for a witness.
Close, me 12.
You must witness Ryder's death. So we can
That's not the right
log it and get our appropriate
Trolls
insurance.
turn. One
claims.
is dead.
Oh,
The
yes,
coming
we
back
get
to
that.
life. These trolls are bullshit here.
I mean, we're
That's our
business partners.
DM. Being angry at us.
Everyone is shouting. Let's shut up.
Yeah, DM, shut up.
Yeah, Lane, shut up.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
The only one not talking.
Okay. So what happens Jacqueline and Bear Karis. Actually, everyone that's within this vicinity can see wounds on the dead troll are starting to heal, and its eyes both widen. Will stand up on its legs.
So against that, this one is back.
This is like the
Trolls are not fun because of their regenerative abilities.
Yeah, it's.
Okay.
There's a reason I'm still trying to use this crossbow.
It's got poison in it though, not acid right now. Because you ran out of the acid vial.
No, I'm on more. Did he use it up?
No, you bought poison.
Yeah, you have poison. You have poison in there right
I
now.
bought one acid and one poison.
You put poison in it, so right now
Okay.
there's poison. This one's gonna stand up. Is just going to unleash with its primal fury against the bear that fucked him up. So that's 3 attacks to you, Bear Karis. 1 bite, 2 claws. An 11. Does that hit?
It does hit the bear.
Okay. 1 claw. That's gonna hit with a 22. Oh. And 23. So all 3 will hit.
Well, how about the
Bye, Bear
How
Karis.
about the ACF for a bear is higher?
No, it's 10 plus its dex, which is I think 1. So the bite, you take 6 points of piercing damage.
Mm-hmm.
The claws. Well, that's pretty. The first claw, you take 10 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And the second claw, you take another 10 points of slashing damage.
Alright.
You still in bear form?
Here's a good question.
Absolutely.
Wow. How far through this forest are we?
You've been you went through one night, so that's why everyone's at disadvantage right now for their ability checks. You have
Can
exhaustion.
I hellish rebuke it?
Can you cast spells in a bear?
You have to be a
I'm not a
tiefling.
bear form and I take the excess as
Yes, it's a
myself.
But
He's
he's a
not a
bear right
tiefling
now.
right now. He's a bear right now.
What? So you broke out of your bear form?
Yeah, my bear form is fucked, it's dead.
Oh! I thought you said that he was good. Okay, so yeah, then you can hellish rebuke because you're not a bear anymore. You can use your reaction to hellish rebuke.
Bear.
Yeah.
So that's a dex saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw, yes.
Boy.
Still takes half damage.
4.
That is a fail, believe it or
So 3d10 fire damage.
I think it's like 3d8.
I mean,
I'm pretty sure it's d10.
depends on how he's casting it.
Well, he's not casting. It's tiefling.
Is he using the tiefling?
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
3d10.
Because I mean, druids normally don't have hellish rebuke.
Is he a super
That
lion?
is
I don't
15
remember.
points of fire damage.
He takes how much?
I heard
15.
Okay. So what happens is, everyone sees the troll just bite into the bear, slash it, cut straight across, and you can see Zacchaeus just poof back into existence.
Bitch!
And at that point, just looks up, snaps his finger, and flames erupt out of the ground, just completely engulf the troll. Completely collapses once again. And this time, the wounds that are on him are just bubbling up and they're bursting out. He's definitely dead.
Dead.
As long as he
He
dies
dead.
on fire.
Yep,
dead.
he's not coming back from that.
That was hot, Lynn.
Dies from fire, you
You
say?
haven't been hitting them with fire.
That's because I haven't been able to hit him,
Yep.
natural one.
Ain't his book.
But
Yeah,
okay,
you have to go.
that one's dead. This troll is going to. This troll's gonna try to run still, so it's gonna make its wisdom saving throw attempt to try to leave out of 30 feet.
Oh, he's not gonna throw.
That's
Rider?
a 4, or no,
Cool.
sorry, that's a 2. It's a -1, not +1.
No,
That
that's
still
safe.
wouldn't have been 4 if it was a +1.
3 + 1.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
Oh, it saves you say you have a -6 to your charisma and a 0 proficiency. Wow, interesting.
Grog!
He's
No, I'm
worse.
kidding. That fails.
No
horribly.
way. That's like 10
It's
less.
less than half.
Okay. Then
He just.
all that's
he
gonna
just
happen.
squeezes him again.
He's going to attack Ryder then.
Bitch.
Can he do that technically? Because he's compelled duel?
He has disadvantage.
But if anyone damages him, the compelled duel is gone.
You said your AC is 16?
Yeah.
15
No.
with the bite. That's without disadvantage. So that was for the first roll, so let me roll the second roll. This is disadvantage is saving your ass, dude. Because that was a natural 20, turned to 3. That's a 10 for the claw.
Damn.
Second attack, or second claw attack. Ooh, that's pretty good. 14.
Ooh.
So basically, what's happening is the claws, the troll is just like.
Welcome.
He's just equally getting angrier. He's like about to strike you. He's like.
So that's a bigger version of
Can't hit you because he's just like. He's just. He points.
So this is a bigger
So
version.
what's
of
gonna happen
Evil Play.
instead? He's just going to plant you into the ground and he's going to point at you. With his movement, he's going to charge you. So you are just embedded into the ground, you're grappled to the ground, and he's going to move with his 40 feet up to you.
Oh boy.
You have to make a check
Oh
for that.
boy.
No, because they're not effective. Well, I mean, he's already got you grappled.
Don't
You can make an athletics check to try to resist being implanted. You have disadvantage.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Athletics, you
Yeah.
said?
There's no way you beat this.
Oh, okay. Well,
23.
Yeah.
He rolled a natural 19.
Oh, shit.
Just. He's got disadvantage.
On attacks.
That's true.
Okay.
He still rolled pretty high anyways. So. And he just charges to you.
God, I've been planted!
God,
Oh, yeah.
he's planted
I'm
a dumbass tree.
I'm head growing out of the ground.
That's what they do. Jacqueline, you're up. So this troll that is compelled is in your face now. 12 feet tall. Actually, this one's a little bit short. He's 10 feet tall. And still vicious, still green, still massive claws, still very deadly.
Still big penis.
Well,
Can't tell yet.
I will
Can't tell
say.
yet. You're not hard.
I will say. What one thing? He let go of that guy. Help!
Burn it!
I'm gonna die.
What are you gonna do?
I just hear it help and I go, burn it!
What I'm gonna do is I'm going to.
Not dying.
Did we establish if I could no? I'm not asking. Did we establish if my incineration works in tandem with my
Flames.
circlet?
It does not because this is a magical item effect. Rather than coming from
Can
your own
I
innate-
use one and then use the other?
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Okay.
Because you're using an item, not actually casting. Unless you actually had to, like, go through, because this lets you get rid of components, like material components,
Oh, okay.
for certain spells. You still have to do the verbal and somatics, like, segments of it, but it's more of you're just using a command word.
Okay. So yeah, she will do.
So it doesn't trigger wild magic. So.
She will activate incineration.
Okay, so level 1, wild magic.
We're good.
Okay.
And then she will shoot it with her
Scorching
circlet
ray.
of whatever the fuck.
Circlet of blasting, so,
Yeah.
blast.
Create
That's
3 rays of fire and hurl them at targets within range. All can be targeted at 1. Yes.
plus 5 to hit as well.
On a hit, each
Each deal 2d6.
deals 2d6. Right?
Okay.
Okay. It's plus 5 to hit?
Yeah, the circlet of blasting is specifically only a plus 5 to hit.
Yeah, and I also have advantage, I think, against him, don't I? Or does he just have disadvantage?
You would actually have disadvantage because you're shooting a ranged attack at someone point blank.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And we also established that compelled duel doesn't give you advantage from the assassin fight when you had the compelled duel against the other one. You can try to move out of his range and then blast him.
He would have attack of opportunity.
He might get
I
an
mean,
attack of opportunity against you.
He
Yeah,
has disadvantage anyway.
he
from-
does. Well,
From
he does.
exhaustion.
Not for attack rolls.
That's only abilities checks for the first level of exhaustion. Level 3 is when you have a disadvantage on ability checks, attack rolls, and saving throws.
Actually, so I did incineration,
Yep.
and if I move back and then do it,
You won't have disadvantage.
I'll take the
Take the risk.
I'll take the risk.
Okay. So you back up.
I'll take it.
It's gonna take
Trip
his.
over his brother.
Are you moving 15 feet back then, or?
Sure.
Okay. He's gonna absolutely take his attack of opportunity with his claw attack against you.
Ooh. Hit me, motherfucker.
Does 15 hit?
To my AC of 17? No.
You have 17? Okay, well it misses then.
Yeah. It would hit if I didn't have my
Shield up.
shield.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Basically, it just comes down with its claw, blocked straight off. Which in of itself is actually a very miraculous feat because he's got a massive maw, like claw, and you have a tiny little shield just go block off of it.
See, here's the thing.
You wanted it.
I wanted him to hit me. I absolutely wanted him to hit me. Damn it.
That would be unfortunate. But
for him, yes.
So you're doing circular blasting?
Yes.
Okay, so roll 3 attacks plus 5.
I don't have any damage. Uno. That is a 7.
7 will miss for the first shot.
Close. That is. You said plus 5. That is 12.
12 will also miss, unfortunately.
That is. Get the fuck out of here, dice. You can't do anything with these dice.
We'll check. We'll check its like with the saltwater test. We can check to see if it's like imbalanced or something later on. Because that dice has been poo-poo ever since you got it. But
We just want to try.
you go to fire, and the initial blast just kind of skews off. It's been first time you use the circlet of blasting. Second time you use it, still unsure of exactly how to aim it from your forehead. You're just like, it just kind of scoots by. Okay.
Cyclops.
Zacchaeus, your turn.
I am right now.
You are grappled currently to the ground. The mud is essentially just sinking in, and you're just kind of falling deeper
Well,
into
wouldn't
it.
him, but because he changed to be ungrappled?
Oh yeah, that's true. You did change form back from being a bear. So yeah, you're actually not grappled anymore.
Very good.
Good call.
I'll stand up then.
Alright, stand up. Yeah, about 5 feet of movement.
Flail up on my staff and rush the troll.
Okay.
How dead is our poor horse?
It's not a war horse
I
necessarily.
said, how dead is our poor?
It's dead.
Poor.
It's not dead yet.
Is it
It's
how
not
deep
dead.
into
He's
the ground?
currently sinking. Let me roll a grapple check for it. Yeah, it's still sinking currently. It's about like a few inches into it.
Yeah.
No one's saving the horse.
I tried and I'm like, nope.
Zacchaeus, are you dashing to get to it? Because standing up, you only have about 5 feet of movement left in difficult terrain.
Sure.
Okay. You can get pretty close to it then. Well, actually crossing over the body, you'd be able to get right next to it.
Awesome.
All right.
Save the horse.
That's your go, Rex.
Where's the horse?
You gotta see the horse that's sinking right next to Jacqueline, right about here. I'll put a blue. I'll grab a mini for it while you're deciding what to do.
A mini fork.
Mini for it.
For what? The horse?
Yeah. It'll be a moth.
It's Mothra.
It's Mothra.
Now you have to save it.
No.
He must ride Mothra into the sunset.
I've done that on work. I wrote a moth.
Good for you.
What was it, Mothra?
No, it's a giant moth.
He was Mothra's second cousin.
5, 15, 20, 30, 35, 45. It's 50 feet from you.
Mothra's brother's second cousin's roommate.
Mothra.
In law.
I'm 5 feet short to throw.
I mean, you can move and then throw.
Or throw
That's
and
what I'm
move.
thinking.
Or throw and move. Move and go. Not throw and move.
Use your momentum to float farther. The momentum you won't have because you're at half speed.
With your boots of striding, you can try to leap instead of being in difficult terrain and get an additional 15 feet of your movement.
I'll try to do that then. So
Okay, so you can make a running jump of 15 feet.
Make
So
an athletics check so that you don't fall flat on your face because you're in the mud.
so you're gonna have to move first. So if you move like 5,
then jump.
yeah, you can then jump.
So
So you'll be here, and then you'll have 5 more feet. So you can go here.
I guess I'm close to it, right?
I like that our troll looks like the Thing from Fantastic Four.
What? It's a clay golem. So
What is what do you call that thing? That's it.
That's
the
it.
thing.
What are you doing? So you're gonna throw Zatan or short sword or dagger?
I'm gonna throw a Satan
Alright.
at it.
Well, yeah, because can you just get Zatan back? Just,
You don't know
The
that.
mod don't release
We really
anything.
don't, but yeah.
I mean, my character would.
So you go ahead and roll to attack then.
Yep.
He's just gonna start screaming in Calvin's head as soon as he touches the ground because it's just eating him.
What do I add? Do I add my
You don't have your proficiency. You don't have that feat yet.
So plus 4.
It's plus your dex. So
I'll be 19.
okay, 19 will definitely hit. So go ahead and roll a d6 plus 4.
Why do you take the other dice?
9.
9 points of damage. So you just hurl Zatan forwards, and with a very precise stab into its leg, you can see that the troll just kind of like falls to the ground briefly, grabs the sword, just yanks it out.
Satan.
Okay, so it just comes straight back to you.
Does he all just have to say it? That's it?
Yep, it just shouts out Zatan, and the blade just
Shazam!
And now we are.
I just recently saw that movie. Made this item
Just
before watching that movie. I was like, this is very similar. It's very funny. That's your action and bonus.
Thor
action.
doesn't have
And
to
movement.
call Mjolnir every time he wants his hammer back.
True. Okay. Gopher.
How like close to dead is this?
Storm.
This one, you can see it was taking damage from Ryder before. By the way, your compelled duel's gone.
Yeah, because someone did that.
Well, actually, because you casted Incinerate, which is another concentration
yeah.
spell. But but it would have been on anyways.
That's fine because it accomplished its goal.
Fair.
Even though he's still dying. But
Turn
it's
down.
control.
You can see that the damage that Ryder had done before completely gone.
I did damage? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I did something?
You hit it with heat metal and then didn't hit it for
Yeah, you didn't.
Wait,
another. This is the third turn of combat though. He hit him on the first one.
You didn't do anything with
So it
yourself.
reached
Oh, this
out.
troll has armor?
No.
No, he did it on himself because he was grappled.
Oh,
So he turned himself into like a human torch and burned him.
so both of
Flame
them.
Both of
on!
them took 8 points of damage. Yeah.
Okay. So
Alright.
now
No, this
As
guy's
close
got
as
a
I can.
troll's like loincloth on. What are you doing?
I'm gonna get as close as I can.
And laugh at it.
So which is like about here, right? Or
You can move 15 feet, so yeah, you can move here.
Yeah, about there.
Yeah.
Vicious.
You do have a
didn't-
crossbow, don't you?
Yeah, dude. You know what? Screw the crossbow. I'm gonna take out my scimitar and try to throw it at him.
Okay, by the way, because you didn't attack anything and you weren't attacked, your rage ended.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So you can hurl your scimitar. You are, it's not proficient in throwing it, so you only add your dex. to the
Okay,
roll.
alright.
Well,
16.
that will hit.
Yes! Alright, what do I roll a d4? Or?
You roll a d6 plus your dex.
So basically,
Oh, okay, dope.
So
basically, this is what happens. He
D6
ran
plus
up, he's
1.
like, yes!
Oh my god!
2 points of damage.
Fucking
You
A.
hurl it. You kind of like step in the mud, just goes. So you hurl it, nicks like its arm, just goes.
Yeah.
Just gives it a scrape.
Damn it.
Go saw something cool from me, like, I want to do that!
Satan!
I'm just sitting there
I'm
like,
just holding out
now,
your
now come
palm.
back, now come back.
Come on. By the way,
It's just sticking
you're
out
never
like a
seeing
little-
that scimitar again. Ever.
It's just sticking
So-
out his,
Yeah.
his arm. It's just barely in there. He just doesn't.
I
Okay.
didn't beat it.
Randall, your turn.
Oh, wait.
Oh.
I'm top of the. She didn't-
No, you rolled a 5.
Damn it,
You rolled a very
I got
high
it.
one and then a 2. So
Because he said on the top.
you had disadvantage because of
Yeah.
exhaustion. You
No,
rolled
I-
really
I-
high first and then a 2.
I'm gonna work with these guys. We're gonna tie a rope to the cart, and then to me.
Okay. So
I-
they'll do
I
the
made-
help action because at this point they're out of range to do anything, so
Yeah.
they're just gonna spend their turns giving you help.
Yeah.
So they tie a rope to you. You don't have to roll anything for that.
and to the cart.
And to the cart. Okay. How long is this rope? 50 feet?
50 feet.
Okay. So you use up your full length of rope and tie yourself to the cart. And just leave a bundle of spool right there. It's gonna take your action, but so what are you doing?
Well, I'm just
Leaping off.
moving as far as I can.
Okay, so you leap off straight into the mud. So then 5, 10.
A lot of that
After the
noise.
5, 15. Bonus action to dash.
Yeah.
You're going this way, or are you heading back to them? This way. Okay. 5, 15. Feel like a little-
And then I'm
Poison crossbow.
I'm gonna yell, someone else, throw their rope to me.
Someone
I'm in mud.
So I stole my rope.
What's rope?
Really?
No,
You used it.
I used it up.
Okay.
No rope?
No, I have rope.
Skipping the guards'
Okay.
turns.
Go for it.
Ryder.
Give me your.
You said
Where
right.
is it?
I'm gonna-
Don't do
Ryder.
that behind.
You guys should.
What? You used your turn.
I don't know, because I heard Rex move.
Huh? I don't know.
Fly.
Okay, so you cast fly on yourself using your DOS flute. You make a athletics or acrobatics check with advantage.
Oh, I'm on that page. 13.
13. Easily, just
Oh,
it's a
11.
6.
Yeah.
11.
Okay, still enough.
Okay.
You
Oh,
Would you think that was a 9?
no. Oh, no, it's a 6.
Yeah, did you think it was a 9?
No, that was an 8.
Oh.
After 5 in acrobatics.
Oh, I was like, weird. You very carefully just go. You just lift up your arms, and you haven't really flown too much, so you're just like, damn it! You pop out the ground, and you have your full movement now.
Bitch, I'm coming for you!
So you just fly straight to him.
Make me a stab!
You use your action to cast fly.
Fuck! I'm gonna go up to Jake's horse then.
Who's Jake?
Jackal's horse.
Okay, you have a fly speed of 60, so you can easily get up to it.
Try to pick it up then.
You use your action to cast.
You use your action to cast fly. It's an action to try to lift someone.
More support! Get up, horse!
You could give it a bardic inspiration.
Fuck it, let's do it. Bardic inspiration.
Alright, it's turn to try to get out now, so it's got a d6 of bardic inspiration.
As Ryder's just flying forward, he just looks back as loot is sinking into.
With a 6 from the bardic inspiration and a 9 on the roll, it can hear you. It glances up longingly as this majestic flying elf is playing its DOS lute right over it. It goes. Just lifts out of the mud. At this point, it's gonna like start to trot in its place as well.
I don't know why, but for some reason, I was like, that would be so fucking funny if it just like got consumed by the
That would be
So sad. Oh, I tried so hard.
It would just be like longingly looking as it just like.
It's feet.
Okay, so
And just
that was funny. Okay, so now we're at the top of the initiative order. The carts are gonna start moving again, so 20 feet.
God, that was amazing.
Can I see my horse?
Maybe might have moved that too far.
What happened to my horse?
Your horse is still moving.
Your horse was moving with Mean
So
Meat.
it's still moving, okay.
Yeah, Mean Meat essentially
It's so
tethered
sick.
it to the cart.
It's still good.
Yeah.
Good.
Oh, cool! I can actually get back on my fucking horse and have more than no room.
20, this is
I was.
Oh no!
Without my horse, I was actually starting to fear that I wouldn't be able to
No,
get back to the
I got
caravan.
you. I got you.
I was like, how am I supposed to
Yeah.
get back?
what?
Mean Meat is gonna just use his turn to continue keeping the horses tethered.
Okay.
What he will do.
Oh, he's doing. Does he actually have an
He failed,
insta-kill spell? Damn.
No, but what he does
Sheer
do,
cold.
Keep back in range.
he pulls out a small, essentially it looks like a flute, except that it's got only 2 or 3 holes in it, and he places them in a specific pattern and blows in it, and goes, and the horse doesn't understand anything that it means.
Oh.
He's trying to essentially call the horse to him. And
Which horse?
the horse that just got out of the dirt, out of the mud.
Don't you fucking do that! I want that horse. I want to get on that horse, you fucking asshole.
With an natural 5, he failed for his animal handling, though. That's what he does. The trolls. This one is starting to sink fairly far into the mud as well.
Be gone.
Check its penis!
No.
You can see as well on its since the loincloth is now down, it does have a moderately large member, but it also does have like a pouch underneath it as well.
That could have been yours to say asparagus.
This troll is going to.
Wait, you say there's a pouch?
Yeah, there's like a pouch underneath it, like a satchel or something. It's pretty rudimentary, but what's gonna happen is he's gonna wail on. Oh no. What he's gonna do is he's gonna attack Zacchaeus twice, one with its bite and one with its claw.
Shield.
13 for the first. Does that hit?
That'll hit, yeah.
Okay. Second claw. 25.
Yeah.
So d6. 7 points of piercing damage from the bite.
Alright.
And 12 points of damage from the from slashing damage from the claw.
Nice.
Still standing?
Yeah.
Okay, it just bites into you, cuts across your side. It's going to try to grab you with its other hand, though. Natural 1. So, it goes to grab you, and you just kind of, surprising amount of strength from the, adrenaline in the pain. You just club it with your Solela's quarterstaff and knock it away, crashing into the ground.
It just feels like I'm grabbing a stick. Wait, man has stick.
Die! Is Shalala a concentration spell?
It is, yes.
Make a concentration check then. Twice.
13 for the first.
Good?
13 for the second.
Alright, you're good. Shalala is still up. That's what the troll will do. Doesn't have any other means of doing anything right now. But without being hit by fire... You can see a bunch of the wounds start to just course over and heal up. He's actually very uninjured now. Just a little bit of some scrapes here and there. Jacqueline, you're up.
Oh no. Okay. Well. Can I do that?
I don't know, you can ask.
Don't think I can. To do 2 spells at the same in one turn, one has to be a cantrip.
Yes, if it comes from you.
Okay.
Thinking about your twin spells?
No, I was honestly thinking
Quickened.
about...
Quicken
Yes,
spell
I
can
was
affect
thinking
any
quicken
Quicken
spell.
is what I was thinking of, yeah.
I was thinking...
Yeah, but there's still the rules of if you go to cast a spell slot, spell, you can't cast another spell slot spell. It has to be a cantrip or lower if it's a bonus action.
Okay. What things are in front of me?
You can see a slowly sinking into the mud troll who's
dead,
just smoldering, like he's eviscerated. The entire loincloth is also just burned away.
I'm talking about 15-foot cone directly in front of her.
Oh! Well, you'd have to move closer to get to him.
Okay, that's whatever.
Your horse is currently in front of it.
Alright.
And Zacchaeus is as well.
What if I move to get on the horse?
Then you could just specifically hit the troll, yeah.
Okay.
So you're gonna get onto the
I
horse.
will do that.
Okay, so you get on the horse. Get the fuck out of here, Mothra.
No!
Alright.
Mothra is
I will Burning Hands at level 2.
Okay, roll wild magic. That's gonna hurt.
I forgot that I don't have the brown dice because it's retarded. For wild magic, it's fine.
Okay. So it needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Yes.
What's your spell save DC?
14.
Let me double check, 'cause I think that might just barely pass. Roll 14 on the die. I don't know if he has a plus or minus. I think he has a +1. Where's my plus? There it is. 291. Memorize this damn page by now.
Come on, Tyler.
I'm sorry. I came back from the break. Barely saves.
Well, I mean, it still takes half damage.
Yep, so that's...
3d6.
I think it's 4d6. Because I think it's 3d6 normally. And then the second level, it increases it by 1.
And also have him make a constitution saving throw.
Right. This is something that it is known for. Rolled shitty though, so an 11, so it fails.
Okay.
So it's 4d6 and then a d8 of fire damage.
2. I can reroll that.
You can reroll once because it is fire damage. You can reroll. You can reroll that if you needed to. Was it a bit?
That was a 2.
Okay.
That's 2 2s.
Okay, so 4.
Okay, I need something to fucking roll in.
There's another. Yeah, just use that one.
Do I need to bring that in for you too? Or bring that in?
There's another one of those. There's also one of those small silver trays. Oh, that's loud. In a second, we'll wrap
don't
up.
trust the silver trays.
Okay.
You can re-roll.
This is fine as long as we just.
Yeah.
So 2 2s and a 4 for the d6s, and
Yep.
one more d6.
Yeah, one more d6.
That's another 4.
Okay, so 12.
And then
D8.
this. And max.
Okay, so 20 points of
5.
damage.
Nice.
So what ends up happening is you get on your horse, you can actually feel like it's very invigorated currently. And placing your palms out, the candle floats in front of you, and then it begins to flame, goes ever so bright, and the coursing energy from your incinerate.
Grab the
Spinning
card from the inside, snap my fingers, bam.
From the card, as it just spins rapidly, it stops momentarily, and just
From the
it
candle.
is covered in fire, just engulfing. You can see the fire is actually burning part of the ground itself, and just
Oh wait,
melting it away.
Does he have to do a Constitution saving throw on his turn?
He still has to do it now to see if it actually it stays on him.
Oh, okay.
He makes it at the start of each of his other next turns.
To take another D.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, this purple flame just ignites over him. He's just like tapping at it. Just.
Fire back.
Zacchaeus, you're up.
Oh, I was like, I still have my bonus.
Oh,
I'm going to
yeah. If you still have a bonus
its
action.
face.
Sorry, Zacchaeus. 1 second. You still have a bonus action. What are you doing?
You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna use 2 sorcery points to quicken spell firebolt this asshole.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and roll to attack them.
Yeah, you're fucking up this troll all by yourself.
Spells are +6.
Yeah.
Yes, that is a 17.
17 hits. Go ahead and roll D2D10
2d10.
for fire.
This is the percentage dice.
It still can count as a 10.
1, 3,
Okay. Roll second one.
2, 6. That is a 6.
Another 9 points of damage.
Yes.
Is a lot. So after already being engulfed in flame,
29 points damage.
yeah, throw the card and just turn to a firebolt just beforehand. Just bursts into his shoulder, and you can just see more fire engulfing over it. The blood boiling. All right, now Zacchaeus, you're good. You're gonna run up to it and hit it with shillelagh.
I would like to smack this troll in its bitch face.
And his dick.
Okay, go ahead and roll to attack. You have just one attack, yeah?
Yep. That is 16 to hit.
That will hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
How big is their face?
It's fairly large. It's probably a good 2
No.
feet.
See, Calvin,
Go ahead.
it's not just a face, it's a bitch face. So it's bigger.
That is 11 points of damage.
11 points of damage.
Damage.
Plus fire.
Oh shit. It's not fire.
Okay.
Sure, that doesn't do fire damage.
So you smack it across the face, and you can just you see the magical energy coursing through it. Just he's very injured. And how much damage was that again?
11.
11. Got took a lot of damage so far. Still standing though. You still have a bonus action and movement if you want to use anything.
I'll do nothing.
Okay.
And I'll cry inside.
Okay.
As I'm weak dead.
Rex, your turn.
How far am I?
Oh.
5, 10, 15. I can get close enough. Yep. And I'm just gonna dual attack it.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your 3 attacks. Just in a quick blinding speed.
13.
Miss.
Actually, no, 13. Wait. Plus.
He has an extra attack for being a level 5 fighter, and then he's dual wielding, so that's a knockdown attack. He's using his action and bonus action to do
The
that.
first one is 20. Natural 20. Not natural.
Unnatural 20. That definitely hits. Second attack.
Natural.
That will definitely hit with a natural 17. Third attack.
Natural one.
You have a plus 4, right? So 15 hits, just barely. So that is 3d6 plus. You have a plus 4?
Yeah.
That's 3d6 plus 12.
Please roll shitty for the Constitution save.
2.
Please roll shitty for the
Another 2.
Constitution save.
I didn't actually roll that one. 3. So I roll one more.
7.
I didn't roll the.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it just fell out of your hand. So 8 plus 12, 20 points of slashing damage. As
Oh
you
my
just,
god.
That's power of multiple strikes.
Please roll shitty for the
Just-
Constitution save.
In a blinding flurry of just swinging your arm, you can see lacerations are cutting straight across the troll's chest. It is very, very injured. You can see blood is starting to pool, and the fire is just searing the wounds in place. Gopher.
Go for it.
I'm gonna get as close
I
as I
shouted
can
for your
again.
rope. I
Go
don't
for it.
care.
Are you so sad that your weapon came back?
Huh?
Your scimitar is also sinking into the mud.
Yeah.
I also did shout for your rope.
Oh yeah. So
That's
wait,
something.
does that take an action if I just give him my rope now?
I mean, you're gonna have to get close and throw it to him, or you can try to
Well,
just
I just-
hurl a bundle of rope at him.
I'll just try that.
Okay, go ahead and roll. I'll just say this takes a bonus action to hurl it.
Okay.
Oh, here's a good question. Are you just throwing all of your rope at me?
Yeah, I'm throwing it all.
Okay, go ahead and roll to see what
Alright.
it goes.
13.
Good. So, plus your dex.
Yeah, 14.
So, Randall, you ask for Gopher's rope. He literally takes a coil. What?
Was that an ability check?
No, it's an attack.
Okay.
Basically, he's just hurling it with a dex check.
Oh, okay.
So it's not an ability, it's just a modifier check. Anyways.
As
You ask for for Gopher's rope, he takes the full 50-foot spindle that he has, hurls it at you.
Just yeet. Not what I asked for. Yeet.
It's starting to unwind in the air, so you just kind of grab part of it.
Just all lands
Yeah, it's just majority of it's in the mud. You just have 2 hands on this rope as
Like
50
going
feet is now just
Right.
sprawled out onto the ground. Okay, so what are you gonna
So
do?
now I try to get as close as I can.
All right, so 5, 10, 15.
Oh fuck.
Throw another scimitar.
That was my.
You have darts, don't you?
Yeah, I do. Wait, so that was my bonus action, right?
To yeah.
throw the rope. Okay.
Yeah.
I do have darts. You know, screw it.
I can just imagine.
I'll throw
like
some
a
darts.
giant-
Throwing a single dart.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining right now this
Roll to
big
attack first.
Yeah.
barbarian just
19.
Gonna
Natural
hit.
19, yes.
So it's a D4
yeah.
plus your strength.
if this kills it, I swear to God.
Also, I did some crazy point and fell asleep.
Oh, a 4 plus my strength, right?
Yeah, so it's 6 points of damage.
Oh, hell yeah.
You this very fine it's basically fire almost a crossbow bolt sinks into his
I
arm.
just picture he's doing it balanced on one finger and just flip.
That'd be fun. So just and just this arrow or this dart just instantly impacts into his shoulder blade and just breaks it, throws it into the mud.
Who are you, beef?
Randall, your turn. You have a part of 50 feet of rope.
Attaching into my rope.
Okay, this one will take your action to do, or a bonus action if you use your cunning action to essentially wrap it to yourself by using it. Alright, so. Okay, so you've essentially tied, because are you moving it to get to one end, or are you just tying the middle of the rope to you?
I'm literally tying it to the rope. It's I'm trying to get a rope so
Right.
I could get to them.
Well, I'm asking, are you getting it
And
one
I'm
end to
not-
end, or are you just putting the half? Because you currently have it in the half of it. You're 25 feet on one side, 25 feet on the
No, I'm
other.
not tying it. I'm tying it so I have the full length.
Okay, so you have to pull it to one end and then tie it to yourself. That's gonna take more.
And then I
action to do.
tying the other end to a.
Okay, gotcha.
Basically,
You're basically using your action to essentially tie this rope properly.
he's trying to make sure that he can reel himself back.
No, I'm trying
Others-
to make sure. I can do it myself already. I'm trying to make sure I can really.
Everyone else did.
One of these two back.
Okay.
Because he can fly and you have a horse.
What else are you gonna do with your turn? You basically have some movement
I
left.
mean, he's a horse.
I
He
can't move.
be
I'm
a
at
horse.
length of rope. Because it moved 20
Oh.
feet.
Yeah, that's true.
There's
Okay,
a reason why I'm tying it to an arrow.
gotcha. Okay.
I'm just gonna get ready to fire the arrow.
Okay, yeah. Into your crossbow bolt.
I'm using my bow right now.
Your
I have a short bow.
Oh, you have a short bow. Okay, that makes more sense. So then we go to the guards who do nothing because they are out of combat, basically, that far away. Ryder, you are flying majestically as the horse that you have saved is now trotting along with Jacqueline riding it. And you're floating.
Can I move, attack, move, or no?
Yeah, you can, like, if you move up, attack, you can use the rest of your movement to move out.
I'm gonna fly behind him
Okay.
and get an attack of opportunity, right?
Well,
no.
you do get advantage.
Yeah, alright. Go a little stabby.
Okay, go ahead and roll to attack.
Advantage?
Advantage, yep.
You use your action to cast fly.
Oh!
Natural 20 without the advantage. Okay, so it's 2d8 plus your
Roll
dex.
again to see if you get another nat 20.
Mega crit!
That would have been a
If
waste of a
he
d20.
did, I would have been like, what the fuck?
7.
That's pretty good.
And a 3, that's 10. What's my plus 4, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, so that's 14. I'm gonna also cast thingamababa.
Oh, you're using the thing? Your whispers?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's an additional 2d6, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and roll the 2d6 psychic damage.
Max.
12.
How do you want to do this? Like, how do you want to end it?
Okay.
Let me paint a picture. There's a troll engulfed in flame, purple flames that are just flickering over. He's trying to pat it out. It's moving in between
Show him
his
the
log.
picture.
You already saw the thing.
Yeah.
It's got a dart that's essentially embedded into its shoulder. It's bubbling in blood, essentially.
Okay, I'm gonna-
All my blades.
I'm gonna hit his shoulders, his knees, and then go for the dick.
Okay.
And then
From behind, so
Yeah.
you gotta stab like through his like
Yep. And then
waist.
that's where my whispers are gonna come in. Right on his dick. But like, try to eat me.
Okay, so just in a quick single dash, it almost looks like he's just like stabbing forward several times, just. And then right after it gets straight through the waist, you can see it puncture straight through. There's a little part of the cloth just goes. Just slight animation in the cloth, and then you just hear the troll.
And then there's a bunch of blood spilling
Just
from beneath
blood
him.
in fire, bubbling. Just
And then you see some balls just lying on the ground.
it's in thunders.
And then they
Completely
pick it back
dead.
up.
All right, so that's it for them.
Victory!
They are dead. Are you? So right now the carts are still moving faster. Than
Okay,
you.
so I can pick up one person.
This is also important to know because immediately after your turn, it's top of the initiative order. The carts are now moving
What? Oh yeah, he is.
because he got a 3. He's at the end, so that means that these are moving 20 feet higher. That means you are moving 20 feet higher.
I just
Being dragged in the mud, basically, as it goes.
I'm essentially just surfing backwards.
And everyone else is currently in the mud, except for Jacqueline with the horse.
And me.
And you who are flying.
I mean,
So you can
They're
carry
still
one
within 50
person.
feet, right?
technically speaking,
Jinx can carry one person on a horse.
well,
30,
Zacchaeus can also turn into a horse if he wants
45,
to.
50. Here is 50 feet.
That would burn my
Go
last
for
wild
it. Get
chance
over here
for
and
the next
catch.
Alright.
Wait, I'm
Okay.
gonna
Your
get my.
guys'
I'm gonna go get my
timing is
scimitar first
fucking
after-
impeccable.
A lot of things going on at once.
You guys first.
Okay, I was saying Zacchaeus could turn into a horse if he wanted to, and then he started saying something as you yelled out.
Ignore that! What is everyone doing? At one at a time.
I'll carry someone if I have to. On my horse if I can.
That'd be someone that's lighter, not Zacchaeus, because Zacchaeus is 400 pounds.
So that's what she's doing.
So one of these two. Choose one.
Go for his turn to try.
Gopher is also very heavy right now, too.
So I'm the lightest person.
As you guys are thinking this, the bodies of the trolls are also starting to sink even further and further.
Okay.
I go for jump up, and I turn into a horse.
Okay.
Nice.
Just turn into a horse Karis.
Bird.
You can't fly yet.
God damn it. I did that.
So you hate and go for with you?
Distinct level.
I
Wait,
forget. It's like
before I get on Zacchaeus though, I go grab my scimitar. Then I threw.
Make an investigation check.
Alright.
Oh, that's gonna take a while.
That's gonna take a while.
You're gonna do investigation. That's gonna take a while.
I'm doing it. 7. 9. 8.
Okay, you're looking around. Oh, you're also at disadvantage as well. But
okay.
you still failing.
Yeah.
So you're looking around, can't find it. You're looking, You think you see a piece of the handle, you grab it, it's actually just a piece of troll flesh, and it's disgusting, rip it out. With the limited amount of time that you have before, you start to feel like the ground is starting to sink in. You quickly leap onto the horse, or horse Karis.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's set you off to the side for now.
Well, literally, yeah. Well, then, since I see that, I'm yelling, Rex, get closer! I got
Wait,
I mean, he can still either be carried by this guy, by Ryder, or hop onto my horse if that's a thing that can happen.
Ryder, you would know that if you try to carry someone with fly, you're not going to be able to fly yourself.
Yeah.
Because you can't retain anything except your own weight when you cast fly.
No go. I'm flying. Solo.
There, I just get on a horse at this point.
Yeah. Then I'll just get on the horse.
Okay. Trolls are now basically like halfway into the mud, just
I have a question.
Mhm.
Why do you keep bringing that up?
just because it's important notion for what's happening. These very large creatures are essentially sinking into the mud very
Okay.
far.
Yeah.
I mean, from my point of view, they're dead. Who cares?
That's fine. You can ignore all the important
Alright,
information I'm
I mean-
giving you. That's up to you.
Well, we already know things sink into the mud.
You don't know how far though.
Yeah.
Okay, so everyone's on horseback and essentially going full speed. You're able to catch up to the
How
horse.
far? I do.
But yeah, so you guys essentially are fully able to catch up to the horses. By the time you get up there, everyone has essentially calmed back down. You so who's going at the head of the pact again?
Not
I
me.
assume I'm back
Fuck
on the
that.
reins.
Yep, you're on the reins.
I'm
I
not
also give
getting,
him back his
I'm
rope.
not getting lunged by a fucking troll again.
I'm going back
Okay, I'm
top
not
of the
gonna do
cart again.
Okay. Oh yeah, by the way, the inside of the cart has been locked out to you all.
Well, damn.
Rex was pushed out of it when told to give rations out to everyone, and pushed out, and then the doors were locked. Just because you were gone during that moment. Randall would know, but
Have we been getting rations periodically?
the rations have been distributed. You ate a good berry.
But not.
They haven't been
since-
distributed since.
Not since then.
Not since then, no. So it's been
Has it been
it's been like
time?
12 hours since you've last eaten. So it's been a while. It's been a good while.
It's the good days.
The trolls are with us.
Zacharias, you're on top of the cart, yeah?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Back to our tense dice battle.
Immediately after this troll, Zacharias is bleeding out on top of the fucking cart. Oh, let's play some dice.
Some dice sounds fun.
I have full things of whatever the fuck. You get 10 points of lay on hands, Zacharias.
Thank you.
Why not me? I took so much damage.
No.
Okay.
Did I take any damage?
You didn't even get into combat. You stayed in the cart like the entire time. You shot 2 Eldritch Blasts and shot across 2 crossbow bolts, and they all missed. And that was about
I
it.
was gonna be like, no, he missed 2 Eldritch Blasts and missed 2 crossbow bolts.
That was the
And then tied himself to a cart and was like, well, no.
Okay.
Can't do anything.
I tied the rope so he wouldn't get separated from the cart.
After a good few moments, it's pretty evident that you can tell that there were other troll attacks in the current caravan as well. Far up ahead, you can actually see another current sinking like troll body.
How
After
far down is it?
it has essentially an arm out. The rest of it is completely sunk into the mud.
The ground is eating a troll. I don't like this ground.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean-
why we should keep. That's why we had to keep moving.
Yeah, I was like, we were warned to keep moving or we disappear, so.
Yeah, but
I
that's
can
also.
imagine.
I'm just gonna point out, and I think it's. No, that's not normal.
Trolls aren't normal. You
This
know,
mud ain't normal.
the smell ain't normal.
Correct.
Sorry, that was me.
Mud isn't typically this deep.
Okay, so after better part of like an hour, everything's back to normal. The smell
Normal.
still stinks.
Everything is back to its normal.
So that's how the
ambient
smell.
swamp.
That's how the smell happens. The dead bodies sink in.
You do get the after thinking about it, you get the feeling that the stench is probably from the potential thousands of creatures that have fallen victim to the mud itself, and then just
Add
rot.
3 smelly trolls to that.
Just
Oh,
the list
and a horse.
it's like the fucking it's like It's like the gods' role of people, inhabitants. It just goes beyond the door. But is there anything anybody wanted to do? Who's all injured, by the way? Yeah, you're pretty fucked up. You have like 10 health, right?
We're at 20 now from that low 3.
Healing word. Yeah. Make sure everyone's marking their spell slots too.
I don't know if
I thought that he's injured.
I don't know if I got attacked.
You got attacked. You were
You only
an
got pushed.
opportunity attack, but you didn't get hit.
So yeah, no, I'm not missing anything.
So it's been only Zacchaeus and Rex, or Ryder, who essentially were attacked because they were both grappled as well.
So do we get a short rest while we travel?
I mean, you guys can take a short rest essentially whenever right now. So if you wanted to spend some hit dice to heal up, or
Can I use my my ability?
Song of Rest,
Yeah.
you can do that.
Cool.
So whatever you roll, add an extra
Full
d6.
health.
So you just add a d6 to any of the healing that you want to use. That's basically only going to contribute to Ryder and Zacchaeus.
Do I only get lay on hands and
Long rest.
And sorcery points to long rest?
Yeah.
Okay. You using this as asparagus?
Yep.
I'm pretty healthy now.
So you use
Me
your,
too.
Yeah, I use my body thingy. Use a 6 die if you want to.
yeah, you use an extra d6 to heal as well because of Song of Rest.
I think I will.
I think I will.
Sounds like a good point to heal with. You also add your Constitution to it.
We're fine. We don't need to do that.
They were fucked up. They
Aw,
got
we're all
really
fine.
injured.
I did.
The compelled duel saved your ass. You might have actually died, depending on the rolls.
Yeah, he also rolled.
Could have happened.
I mean, as long as we got part of the body back, we could provide with enough gold.
With enough diamonds and a very high level of spell.
I probably got that at the church.
You don't have a diamond that's worth 1,000 gold pieces. But regardless,
I mean, the high level spell part.
that means true. But regardless, during this time, you guys get nice balance in. You are much more vigilant now as you've seen the threat. You are still exhausted from your sleep, and throughout the rest of this travel right now, even though you have been trying to lay down or try to find rest, the immediate smell is ruining every possibility that you can try to get a nice long rest in.
I stuff some cloth in my nose.
When you breathe, you have to do very shallow breaths, because if you intake too much of it, you actually begin to cough violently. This was established several hours.
I tried that. I'm wearing a mask right now.
He is wearing a triangular bandana, though it's preventing it from being horrible. He's still unable to essentially get a long rest in, especially with the sound of everything that's around, from just the slopping and the cart kind of swaying left and right. But yeah, after
This place is death.
I mean, you are in the Field of the Dead, and then there's this swamp inside of the Field of the Dead called Troll's Claw.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why didn't we take a path through like the misty forest?
Because you would have had to go
Visit the
through.
hell.
What is that? What is that place?
I mean, there was the Troll Hills that you could have gone through, and then the Troll's Forest as well.
Don't we still have those to go?
That was if you just went straight to Waterdeep.
Oh.
This way, going around is where you were essentially. That was found out.
We
by
could have
Zacchaeus.
gone. We could have taken a longer loop. We could have hit.
You could have gone back to El Terrell, then gone up. Might have missed everything. But regardless, the travel is long, excruciatingly boring, and excruciatingly dreadful, as this entire meager and bleak atmosphere of this dead land is very depressing and consistently keeping your emotions down.
You know, it's time to start playing some music then. You know what that means, guys. Oh, yeah.
What is he singing about?
Singing about I almost got.
dick is huge.
I almost got raped by a troll.
Stop.
With a 25 for performance, though.
Stop.
That's pretty compelling.
I mean, it might be catchy, but the lyrics.
It might be
It might be catchy.
No, you just start singing it like that.
No.
Jordan, you just start singing like that, but it sounds like All Star from Smash Mouth.
Oh my god.
I would be fine if it sounded like a different.
Troll almost raped me. I can't believe I got away.
So, Karis, you want to continue with our game?
No.
Hell yeah, boy.
Throwing dice at each other.
Hell yeah.
More dice games ensue. After a few hours, you can see everything's kind of gone into a calm state. You've been on this road now for the better part of a full day's worth.
I'm going on by sheer willpower alone.
It is very exhausting. Every time like the horse kind of goes at a steady pace, you start to lull into a sleep and then get knocked back into reality after you.
What happened? Smell.
Yeah.
It's just like.
The hours pass, like I was stating, and
2 more trolls.
it's interesting because ahead, you four can actually see a half-orc man on a horse is slowly slowing down, essentially looking over his shoulder to you. You recognize him as Karn.
Oh.
I was like some random guy. Cool.
No, yeah.
Yay. Initiative.
No, it's Karn.
Wait. I will. Jacqueline will ask him, "How's it going, bro?" in orc.
You know what?
He's half-orc.
She knows orc.
So after he kind of like slowly approaches, he passes the threshold of Shayla's cart and gets
What's
closer
up,
and closer.
dude?
You see him give a curious glance, and then in orc speaks back. Well, it's quite strange to see a tiefling of your nature speak my language. To the rest of you, it just sounds
I've
like
done this before.
not an orc.
I
Jacqueline
only,
kind of forgot that she knew orc.
yeah, I only recently, before the last session, he talked to me about it, and I'm like,
Come with the language.
Yeah, he knew an extra language that he actually just never chose before.
yeah.
Like I was doing editing. That's when I found out about your stuff and everything. And you just never had another language. Just didn't choose one. He had Infernal and Common. I was like, you get another language for
And
being a tiefling.
I get Draconic for my Draconic ancestor being a sorcerer, which is what I counted as one of my other languages.
Yeah, no, so you have orc.
I was like, orc, because reasons. Don't ask.
So basically, Karn speaks to you and says it's quite strange to speak to someone of your kind with my native language. The rest of you all just hear it's guttural sounds.
Oh yeah,
It's just it's ape speech. Insulting, but yes. And then Karn just kind of slows down, gets to a point of where he's essentially riding alongside you all.
Well, I hear him speak back to me, but in common, I'll be like, I have my reasons.
Everyone has their own.
Did you know he could speak? Did you know she could speak orc?
no.
You're not even close to me. I'm playing dice.
You're 10 feet apart. You can hear it.
No,
Where's
both of you, Zacchaeus
No, that's
and Rex, make perception checks. You're not paying attention.
Damn it.
But so Karn essentially is now riding side by side with the rest of you. Who's that fellow? He points over to Rex on top of the cart. I have not seen him before.
Yeah, he was supposed to be
held
staying in the box. He got kicked out of the box.
Kicked out of the box by who?
By the guy in the box.
Oh, sorry. Right, you were traveling with.
Yeah, we're doing similar things to you guys.
Yeah, political figure. I don't understand why someone of that nature would shove someone out of a protective facility.
You
Well,
don't
I-
understand.
I
Rex.
have a feeling he's gone a bit
Off the deep end.
loco out of fear.
And paranoid.
Fear of.
Everything.
He's paranoid beyond belief.
Have you seen a sane person before?
A sane person or insane person?
Insane.
What's the difference?
Have you ever been to an asylum?
I have seen a few, yes, usually driven mad from money, women, some food.
Oh, my Uncle Bob.
My Uncle Bob.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
he's-
He's much worse than those guys.
Fear and paranoia for this one.
Well, I just came to speak because I was talking to Alan earlier, and he said you guys were traveling with a political figure, and if I'm understanding correctly,
Did I
then
hear this too? Right?
yeah, you all can hear this.
Dude, you
He's-
sound. I didn't realize, but you sound dead. I mean,
we haven't slept in
He's
38
as tired
hours.
as us.
Yeah,
It's
we
been
have
quite a long
it's a long
stretch.
yeah.
But we're almost done, right?
Hey,
We still have another day,
At
so
least you didn't
at
fight
least-
trolls.
But it's at the end of this day we get to sleep, from what I understood, correct?
No.
No,
No.
we were told it
No.
would take 2 nights to make it through,
This is only day one.
and we did night 1.
Dawn of the first day. Troll.
7 more souls.
Dawn of the second day.
So
Anyways.
how's the other cards?
Wait a second, I just had an idea. I need to.
You're gonna summon a
Would
moon that looks
sleep
scary.
give me a long rest?
No,
If
because
I
it
let it-
lasts.
It lasts 8 hours. I'm pretty sure.
I don't think so. Pretty sure it lasts maybe an hour.
You have it in here, Jordan.
You know, if only I had my little tent thingy, that could have.
Leon's tiny hut.
Yeah.
You're gonna pitch it to
No, it's a minute.
Hey, once I let that
Damn
go.
Oh yeah, it only lasts a minute. Yeah, no, you could get a nice brief power nap in.
What is it? What is it?
It's a minute for sleep. But
Oh,
so you ask how everyone else is doing.
Star
Karn,
Falco is streaming Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Karn just goes, "We're all tired, really, really tired."
yeah. I mean, you could barely play my instrument
But
correctly.
you're still.
It's gonna be
I think you're
Really?
much worse than anyone else, but yeah.
Quite
See,
a
I'm
long
so
trek.
talented, I can do it in my sleep.
There was an
I'm gonna
attack
count.
on the head cart earlier. It
But
was
that's hard.
yeah, there was
The top one,
troll.
right?
Yeah, the tarped ones. They had a slight excursion with some trolls, if I'm understanding correctly.
Did the other
Anybody
guys?
survive?
I'm sure they all were fine. I didn't see any dead bodies before. I only saw the trolls that slank by. I'm forgetting. I was here to talk about something.
No, ask what.
Wasn't the
do
fact
we-
that the ground is eating the bodies?
No, it's a swamp. I just assume that that's what they do. What was it? It was something Ellen spoke of. We shouldn't talk near the cart, though.
Oh, I know. Alright, let's
You didn't
go.
want to talk to these guys. I'm one of the guys who was on the horse.
We should go to the little beer cart back there and talk then.
Yeah, we can do that. Do you
Yeah.
want to come, ma'am?
Sure.
Okay.
In work.
Okay.
Here's this continue our game.
You guys slink back.
Slinking.
It's essentially the middle point between the two carts
Right, so-
Slinking slogging.
with Karn.
Did Alan find something out?
Oh, you just hear
Alan
like,
was
from ahead of you.
Alan was just quizzitive because if you all are on this journey to protect this political figure, we're on a similar race with a group of individuals. Sparks, I think he said that he told you.
Oh,
Grand Maven being of a very high and powerful woman of her nature, we wanted to talk about potentially joining up, protecting each other, considering we both are protecting political figures. The only issue with that is that we don't know who it is that you're protecting. If we potentially knew, and if they were an ally to our Grand Maven, we could create an alliance that could protect each other.
yes. I see.
You might find that a bit difficult.
Well, right, if he's kicking you out, now I'm curious to see if he's even a political figure or not. Usually someone in politics wouldn't do physical violence like that, like locking everyone out of essentially a cage, it looks like.
Well, yeah, there's more context to that, but we'll explain that later. But
His
we're in a
level-
tight spot. We'll just say that for now. But
Hey, maybe maybe the Grand Maven could talk him into not being insane?
Well, the Grand Maven's not going to leave her cart.
Same with our guy. He's not gonna leave his card for anything.
We start passing notes.
No, because you got.
Does the Grand Maven know message? He
No
won't answer.
Card.
Damn.
Metagaming.
You've seen the Grand Maven already, correct? Like,
Yes.
She's in that card for sure.
Yes.
Okay. And our guy is definitely the guy, and from what we told he was, what he was.
We're for some reason not saying names at all, and he's asking who.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, if we had a name, that would suffice.
Harvey Days.
You can kind of see his like face drop a little bit. I
Did you
know.
sure his face drop, or he actually fell asleep and wake up?
It's a very important notion. You can see his eyes kind of glaze. Thinks real hard.
Does fall asleep for a few seconds.
Disadvantage. God. Oh my God. Karn, brainiac, Hoard, dude. You can kind of see him. I don't know of a Harvey Days in politics or
well
Baldur's Gate.
from what we heard, he was. What was he again?
I don't think he said he was anything besides a political figure, and the Sparks might be after him.
And he mentioned.
You're not there.
He did say he was. Yeah, he was that.
That's all I remember.
The Sparks were after him. That's why he's all paranoid and locked up in there.
Yeah.
Do you want to make a check to see?
Yeah, I mean, you can make an intelligence check, try to remember. Like, full word on word.
Sure.
Alright.
Ability check. Here we go. Give me the thingy.
Oh yeah,
I will not roll without a
a thingy.
dice tray anymore. Thingy. Oh. Here's my disadvantage.
Maybe.
That's the same
It's
thing.
the same thing. So what do I do? Is it 9 or 9?
Well, what's your total?
You said intelligence
Yeah.
check? 8.
Oh. You're trying to think, and the immediate thought is just at the tip of your tongue, and then it's blocked by your exhaustion and just general atmosphere.
And general not caring about the guy. More not caring about the guy in the cage.
Well,
Apparently Jordan doesn't care enough to try.
No.
in my understanding, if you're traveling with someone that's not of a political figure, then if they truly are being this paranoid, perhaps they are on the run from someone, maybe not the Sparks.
Nuts. Maybe we should start keeping a close eye on this Harvey Days person.
We should have been keeping a close eye on him to begin with.
Well, a cautious eye.
I would sooner burn his cart.
Things aren't going well.
Clearly.
We
He
could.
hasn't been. He's been less than truthful.
I guess you can say I rather trust the Lord up there.
Yes.
That's quite a feat.
Yeah. He locks himself in a cart and tells no one anything. The Lord at least says what he is. A Lord. We at least know.
I'm so tired. Here, echo throughout the forest.
It's another troll.
Troll answers his own.
But
The Lord's just so tired he just
If we
turns
could
into
then,
a troll.
because we weren't very knowledge of anything at Baldur's Gate. We just heard a guy needed assistance traveling.
well, if I could see him, then that would be another way to.
Good luck with that.
Maybe if you can try to convince him of sorts.
There's no way we can convince him to get out of that car. That's
Maybe not get in, but
hold
let
on.
me enter.
How far away is the cart again?
The cart from me is only 20. It's like 40 feet away.
Okay. I will go. I'll try message again.
Okay.
Because I know where Harvey is.
Okay. What do you say?
I just say, we have an important... there is an important person who really wants to see you. Someone who can help you.
Make a persuasion check. Not disadvantaged because you would have advantage for specific phrasing of the question.
Oh
Essentially, they cancel each other out.
Yeah, so it's just an all straight roll.
Cool. It's my persuasion. 11.
Well, that's a roll.
That's a roll indeed.
In a break of character of his paranoia, he responds fairly quickly. Of his natural one on his end.
Hey!
Good job, Jake.
Wow!
This one's going everywhere today.
It's a bit of a very almost miraculous, because you've tried for a while. You try to talk to him, no responses. No responses to the music. No, he hasn't even spoken over a day. You hear a peep. Who is it?
I'm just gonna tell him the truth. A servant of the Grand Maven.
I don't think how he would respond.
Yes.
This is 3 right? 3 of mine?
Yes. You
Okay.
don't hear shit.
Yeah, he just casts message essentially each time. Okay, you get a response back. What would someone of that stature want of me?
To talk to you to possibly make an alliance.
Fine. I'll speak to her directly, but not. Nobody else can be there.
Okay.
To Hobby.
Yeah, they're talking to Harvey.
So I
So
thought
you have to get
it's totally
can't
the
say that.
person I'm like,
No, yeah, they're talking to Harvey.
So that's the end of the conversation.
Yeah, that's the end of that message.
So what do you
Okay.
say? Oh,
Basically, so I'm like, what you see is you see Jacqueline go,
oh, great.
okay, okay. Oh,
I'm guessing that's a no then.
Yeah, it looks.
that depends. He wants to speak to the Grand Maven directly.
Oh.
That's.
No one else can be there, was his thought.
That's sketchy.
Yeah. That's the
Wow.
only way you will be able to. The only way he'll be able to see anyone, is what I gathered.
Well, then this man is beyond help, if that's the case, because if he were to be a political figure, he would understand that the Grand Maven is a very strong individual, both in her degree and in her alliances. If he were to only speak directly to her without any form of protection, that's a grave insult.
That's precisely.
You both are very, what's your passive insight skill?
My passive insight?
Insight's intelligence, right?
Yes.
No?
I'm not proficient.
No, insight's wisdom, sorry.
Oh!
Not proficient.
I keep thinking insight's intelligence, but
Oh! I'm smart at
Wisdom!
so 10 for you then.
Yeah,
Smart.
neutral.
Let's get this crab fight game.
Wait, passive perception?
Passive insight.
Yeah. It actually really
How do I find that out?
It's 10 plus your insight skill.
So 14.
14? Ryder, you don't notice anything.
It is cool.
Jacqueline, when he speaks about
Insult.
when he speaks about Harvey being potentially not a political figure and how it would be a grave insult to attempt to ask for a one-on-one conversation with the Grand Maven, there's a slight tinge in part of his face that he hasn't had before.
Well, you're not wrong. That seems sketchy, but
Well, because Okay, she's gonna make a call here.
Okay.
I'm gonna make a call.
Okay.
Since I'm the only one who sees it, and he's half orc, I will, in his native language, ask, "What's wrong, friend?"
So Ryder, after just like spoken common, you just hear conversation with one-on-one here. Shush. I'm not entirely understanding what you mean.
You seem off. You seemed off when you were talking about the grant. There was a little reaction.
Maybe it's the smell. It's not anything that I would understand. You can make an insight check.
Cool. I mean,
Insight's better. I mean, if you have a +4 for insight.
Can I do a perception?
oh, it's disadvantage 2, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Fuck.
Can I just do a perception?
No.
Oh,
No, you're not going to see anything.
there is no goddamn way that is going to be my disadvantage.
Unless you have a
I'm
20.
sad.
What was it?
18.
Plus.
No.
Oh,
Full
18?
18.
That's pretty good.
I got 2 14.
After he speaks about, there's that same tinge again after he says there's nothing wrong. Maybe it's
It
the
happens
smell.
again. What's up?
Nothing. You can see, essentially, he's got a tell going. Every time that he's lying, that there's that tinge. That's what your insight's giving you.
There's something you're not telling me.
Ryder is
Here's
just.
a question. How long have they been gone at this point?
I'd say like maybe a few minutes. Nothing too
hang
long.
on, you know what? I'm gonna cast comprehend language. Cause I forgot I have that.
Oh, wait, is that a bard spell or is that through the DOS?
No, I think
Isn't that level 1?
I think I actually took
It's
it.
a level
with me.
1 spell.
You fool. You fool.
Comprehend language is.
I think I took
It's
it.
a level
with me.
1 spell.
It is a level 1 spell, but do you have it?
Yep, I do. I took
Okay.
it with me.
Roll wild magic. You're good.
From here, I thought it was a 10. I thought
What?
level 10.
Yeah,
it is a 16.
God
Okay.
damn it.
I feel like something.
You still can't speak the language.
Yeah, no, I'll just understand.
So what you and Karn see is Ryder is kind of fiddling with his fingers, muttering a few incantations. Normal Ryder things.
Okay.
And he just starts eating popcorn.
I just wave a hand like he's doing things. I don't care.
Okay, so back to the conversation. You essentially determined that he's got a tell going.
She leans forward and says, "There's something you're not telling me."
I don't feel comfortable talking about that. I mean, I have my own personal business, and it involves the Grand Maven, so I'm not going to be telling you anything.
Okay.
Once again, when he says the Grand Maven, when it's involving Grand Maven, there's the tinge once more. You don't notice the tinge,
Yeah.
but you are just hearing their conversation.
You're just losing life.
Not anymore. After it's done, he's just sitting there.
I will think back to his fiddling. Remember who Ryder is, and you heard all that, right?
In common,
In common.
I don't know what you're talking about.
you can make a deception check. You can make a with disadvantage, and you can make an insight check with disadvantage.
Shit.
Where did my
19 is a shit.
Where did my
Well,
dice
because
go?
that was later.
Oh, it was? Okay.
Alright, go, Jake.
Well, there we go.
Is that an extra one?
14.
He's telling the truth. He's got nothing,
I know.
no idea what's going on. Can't understand
I'm just trying to comprehend what's happening.
Trying to read between the lines. As he's basically got the microscope on in between the lines.
Do you say comprehend what's going on?
Yeah.
Okay. Does she know the spell comprehend languages?
You have never cast it yourself, so no.
Okay.
Meanwhile, all three of us are working as his brain to decipher the language for him.
I was like, if she knew that, I'd be like, you just told me you were lying.
But So, continuing the conversation.
He won't tell me anything, so I can't. She can try to intimidate him, I guess.
When you're tired.
But,
He's tired too.
He's tired too.
He's been rolling disadvantage on us, otherwise he wouldn't have fucking gotten anything. His first one was a natural 20.
Oh, wow.
Next one was a 2. Not a very good roll on his part.
You natural one.
Just take off the 2. Just the sticker just peel it off.
No, it's like those counters. It just comes down and then just goes back up.
I'm trying to figure out what I have and what I can do in order to give me advantage in intimidation against an orc.
You see what we did to your brethren over there?
Those are trolls, sir.
They're pretty sure they're cousins.
Are you related to Beef Wellington?
Yes. No. But
Continuing on.
Jordan, speaking of that, since Jacqueline does no orc, and I did have that thought, I was originally, when we saw the trolls, was going to try to talk to them in orc to see if it worked.
What are you doing? At this point, it's been like several minutes, so.
5 minutes to point out. It's pretty sure trolls do speak orc.
I don't know how to look. I got time to look.
I was like, they probably speak troll.
Troll's not a language.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Regardless.
I don't think they have a written language though.
Orc does not. They use dwarf.
Regardless, what are you doing?
I will try making myself as big as possible and intimidating him, asking being as assertive as I can. Who is the Grand Maven? Every time you say Grand Maven, you're lying about something.
Roll an intimidation check.
Remember, you can
I'm
use
about to
thaumaturgy
get
to
bitch
help.
slapped by a half orc.
Makes it louder. Yep.
No, I'm not gonna cast thaumaturgy on my own voice. Fuck that. I don't want everyone to hear this.
Well, you can.
You're in orc,
thing.
so.
Well,
You can like make your eyes glow and stuff with thaumaturgy.
You're not there. Shush.
No. I mean, that is pretty scary because my eyes are a solid fucking purple. But
Yeah.
I didn't know you could do it.
Yeah, that's what thaumaturgy do. Anyway.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's not going to be my disadvantage, guaranteed. Unless I keep this up and roll another one of those, and I don't.
I mean, you got half
11.
You got half that.
You can see his face kind of go. There's that tinge, except he's not speaking. I'm going to be leaving now. I think that the alliance probably isn't going to work anymore.
Can I speak with Alan for a bit?
For what purpose?
I don't know. It's been a while. We kind of had a long trip. Haven't talked with them since. Been kind of worried about this sand, this mud. Be good, nice to talk to someone that's not this sad bunch, honestly.
Road.
Yeah, do you have an ulterior motive for a reason? Because you've heard this entire conversation in orc. Other than like the parts at the beginning.
The beginning parts.
So is there an ulterior motive to that?
Wait, is this metagaming or is this what he's saying?
This is because I'm determining whether or not you need a deception roll. Because are you trying to talk to him?
Yeah, I'm trying to talk.
Okay, then yeah, but roll a deception check with disadvantage while he rolls in, so with disadvantage on his half orc ass.
Oh fuck.
Well, fuck.
12.
You're fine.
Oh.
You're fine. don't even. I'm not even gonna say it. It wasn't even worth saying. Wasn't a natural 1.
Well, now I'm very interested.
Wasn't very much higher than that. Anyways,
Positive?
So it's a 2. Gotcha.
might not have been a positive number. He might not have a very high wisdom. All right,
Is
he's
this
fine.
the correct number?
He's not very wise. It perhaps might have been a 0. Might have been a 0 total. I
He
mean,
uncharacteristically gets really happy. And he's like, yeah, sure, come on.
because the other thing is too is like he has been speaking in orc. He doesn't know that you can just cast and comprehend languages. He has no reason to think otherwise that you would have heard any of this conversation or be suspicious about anything. So, absolutely, if I'll go let him know if he wants to come down here. That's up to him.
Okay. If not, then I'll go up to him.
Okay. So he trots off, kind of has a paler face going on.
And he's gone now?
Yep, he's out of. He's definitely out. He essentially continues on his normal trot, not like speeding by or anything.
When
he
he
goes
gets-
past you guys.
When he gets far away enough, I heard.
I knew.
So when you pass by, did I get a good glimpse on his face?
I was.
Yeah,
I'm
he just looks pretty
really
tired.
Gave it away, asking him immediately to go talk to someone else.
Yeah, that's true.
So.
I mean, I was
Not to
kinda-
him.
The first half was kind of boring, honestly. I didn't know what the fuck you were saying until you kept saying. I heard the first thing I heard you say, "Who was the Grand Maven?" and that got me curious.
Okay, yeah. Basically, I think the Grand Maven is as much of a hoax as Harvey is.
You know
Based
what?
off of the tell that he had.
From what I want to guess, I want to say everyone's watching here is a hoax.
A hoax? Yeah. Based off of the Lord, maybe.
Yeah,
And the fact that, I don't know, there's a very secretive TARP card that has not done anything this entire time.
You know what?
Just slightly.
Just a random thought. What if this whole thing was a trap for us, and they knew we were gonna try to come along, and everyone here is actually part of this box all the time? Just a wild guess.
That's a leap. Kind of. I would be more inclined to be like, they're all part of the cult of the dragon.
And
And they know who we are.
I just want to point out we got attacked as Sparks.
Well, you're not that. They're having their own conversation. You're having your own mental notes.
I'll try
Without
to
hearing
If
any of what
anyone,
you're
I could trust him the most in that group, and we'll see what I can do.
I honestly don't know who to trust anymore. I'll talk to Mead.
Good point.
You just look back at me. He's kind of just looking at the deer who's just sitting there, stoic, not moving, almost like it's a statue, just staring
That's
forward.
also another good point. We're like one day into Troll's Claw, and wasn't the deer supposed to like do something in here?
He's
We're looking for his way home.
yeah, looking for his
We
way.
don't have a location other than it's here,
He would sense it.
which is why I was terrified that we were gonna split the party.
Yeah,
And
I
I'm
mean,
still
Jack will
terrified we're
absolutely
gonna
go
split
talk to Mead.
Okay, so you just hang out, meet, just back up. Says, greetings.
In light of recent events, the first thing she will ask is, "Who are you?"
I'm Mead. Well, Mead's more of a nickname, really, but it's my franchise. I make plenty of money. Not on my beer, obviously.
It's good beer.
You're lying to me.
I've had some of that beer. He's not lying.
Well, maybe I should
Nat
keep up
20
this
on
recipe
deception.
then. Disadvantage. That is hilarious. Oh, that was almost another one.
Yeah,
I saw it
holy
spinning.
shit.
I was like, oh, that's still really high.
26. So,
Yeah.
you go for it.
Pretty good beer.
Pretty good beer.
Maybe I should
Nice.
keep up this recipe then. You can actually kind of see him perking up a little bit.
Well, I will. She will. I will do an insight check just
see about
for
to see if he's telling the truth
go ahead and roll an insight
about
check.
what he is, and or to mostly to see if he's telling the truth, to see if I can trust him.
Oh, I
This
got
is
you.
the trolls.
Oh my god.
What?
What?
Trolls?
It's Kermit D. Frog
That
here. Kermit D. Frog here.
Hang on, I'll show you a lens so you can laugh.
God, it's
Kermit's
disgusting.
With disadvantage.
wiped
Wow.
out of
Okay. That's a 16.
You kind of see he's really not hiding it very well. He is essentially sweating after answering your question.
Oh, God damn it.
You just hear Randall just like, fuck. Just for no reason, doesn't hear any of this. You just hear him going,
Popping
fuck.
everyone.
No, but just total metagame joking.
Okay.
Anyways.
So she completely I completely.
Oh,
see
you can
his lie.
easily tell he's full of shit.
Okay.
with a 3 on his roll.
Oh, God.
Roll a natural 18, then the 3. This exhaustion has been affecting everyone else more than them.
Because of the trolls, because of Harvey, because of everything, she immediately grabs him, pulls out Moon Shadow, and holds it to his neck. Who are you?
So 25 feet away, you see that happen. Horse essentially just trotting along as you get onto the cart. Make a quick grapple check with it with no disadvantage because you would have advantage on the surprise.
And this time she will use Thaumaturgy on her eyes.
Okay.
Do I hear her yell? Who are
We'll find out usually.
Oh yeah.
Is it a grapple check?
It's grapple check, so athletics from your part.
Oh, fuck me.
Yeah, athletics ain't one of your strengths.
Okay. Well, so that's the even if that's.
You're not on disadvantage.
I'm not?
No, because you would have advantage because of the surprise. He's not expecting you to just get on,
Well,
grab him, and then hold a scimitar to his throat.
Well, then it's 4.
Or not a scimitar, a sickle. 4?
Yes.
4 total.
Because I rolled a 5.
Oh.
Because yeah. Yeah, 4.
Okay. So you hop on, you go to grab this. Once you get on, the cart kind of like tilts ever so slightly and kind of lunge forward, going to grab, and he just slides back. I wouldn't recommend it, ma'am. It's
She still has Moon Shadow.
yeah, you still have Moon Shadow in your paw.
And
you can see it. You can't because you're on the front of the
No,
cart.
Do I hear it?
What are you shouting?
Whether I grab him or not, she has Moon Shadow at the ready, eyes are glowing, and yells at him, "Who are you?"
Yes, you do. You two
I
hear
give the
this.
reins to him. I'm action and bonus action.
Okay,
I know something.
Zacharis, Rex isn't here currently, but you guys
Everyone
can
hears
hear
it.
it. Yeah, all of you.
Reins.
You are the closest.
Because I'm fast.
Anyways, so Randall, after hearing this, just looks over the side, sees what's happening, goes, "You!" dives into the sludge. So 5 feet, and then so your action dash.
Action bonus.
Okay, so you have 45 feet
I
of
feel
movement.
like every time
5, 10,
Jacqueline is
15,
left
20,
alone,
25,
something
30,
like this
35,
happens.
45. They're back 50 feet, so 5 from this, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45.
I just keep booking it.
Yeah, Mead is not close by any means. He's 50 feet away. With the stag nearby as well. Okay. So that's what you guys see. Zacharis, is there anything you wanted to do after seeing Jacqueline essentially holding out a sickle, Moon Shadow, to Mead and shouting, "Who are you?"
With her eyes glowing.
Yeah. Brighter than
How
they
far
normally
away is she from me?
are. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70 feet.
I'll observe.
Can I shout by as I run by?
You're still having it, like, you're sludging along, so you're kind of stepping into it and just sludge.
It's a carrot. You got a small animal. Hop on.
I go to fucking wild shapes, I can't.
Oh. Okay. Take off.
Okay. Is anybody else doing anything? You're just chilling out. You just handed these.
I'm steering.
Just
yeah.
from your liquor skin. Just.
So who all has
I like
popcorn right now?
What are you doing?
So,
You just gonna stand and watch?
Yeah, I'm just gonna stay and listen.
Is it mead?
No.
You see.
And he's currently.
Because Rex
Running
wouldn't know this, but what happens is after hearing, because this is what you hear, is Jacqueline shouting, "Who are you?" Holding the sickle Moon Shadow up to Mead, eyes glowing bright, and yeah,
And
that's what
Randall
you
just
see
books
from
it
your
past
card.
him.
What the hell's going on over there?
You have no idea. Zacharis doesn't know either.
Curious, what's going on? Why is...
I have no idea. I think she's finally lost it.
I believe so.
Move trees around.
Yeah, as Randy's trudging for fuck. Not like this.
Randall? Why is Randall running?
Because it's one of the, it's either she's right or she's wrong. Both.
You don't know what's happening though. You just hear "Who are you?"
Yeah, I know. Either way, it's bad.
Either spectrum, sure. Okay. So you have another turn basically before anything else happens. Is there anything else you wanted to do?
Wait, a random initiative?
No, but like, if everyone
I'm
else
a
doesn't do
turn
anything,
out.
he's a turn. So 45 feet away, you just see Randall. Basically, little spindly legs just dashing across the surface of this liquid.
I'm like Brooke from One Piece.
You're basically sanding.
Oh god,
Yeah.
You're not that.
Literally, the whole thing was to have
That's
him
it,
grappled,
bro.
honestly, but...
You can try to grapple again. You'll have disadvantage this time.
No, she won't. Or I won't. She asks, who are you? Why is there so glowing? She will try as she might to intimidate him again.
Okay.
Making yourself as big as possible and being like, tell me who you are now.
You aren't at disadvantage because you would have advantage for all these other effects going on. So he's adding some damage for his.
You need some extra intimidation.
You're nowhere here. You're not.
You're getting fucked up. The front of the car just popping out your water, your liquor skin, and just chugging some.
Oh,
But
boy.
you also know shit's going down.
I hope. Well, I hope he rolled less than a 15.
I mean, he did.
The 15 is what I got.
That's pretty good. Okay. You can see completely broken down. Okay, I'm not mean. All right, I don't actually own a liquor store, but I'm not a bad guy here.
She won't back down until she tells. She's still holding war.
I can't say who I am though.
Why?
Because I'm after the sparks. Or the sparks are after me. Sorry.
Fuck that up.
He's actually well, he said he's after the sparks, which would mean that there's a triangle of people. He's going after them. He does mean what he says. Like I didn't say the wrong thing as a
After
DM.
him?
No,
He's after them.
he's after the sparks, is what he said, and he tried to correct himself, saying that the sparks are after him. I didn't actually mess up. Like it may seem like I did. I'm actually
Oh,
right.
no, I don't believe
We're
you
after the
messed up.
same thing. It would be better if you just tell us the whole truth.
Okay, I would enjoy it if people would help me.
Yeah, well, go ahead and do something. What do you want to do? What does Jacqueline desire?
Her eyes stop glowing.
Okay. Break commentary.
She doesn't put down Moon Shadow,
Okay. It's got this ever seeming glow on it.
but she backs off a teensy bit and says, "Can we trust you?"
Yes. You can. I'm not after you unless you're the sparks, but I don't think you are. From what I heard, you guys were attacked by him.
And
He was there.
she can tell without doing an insight check. She can tell he's telling the truth.
You can roll an insight check.
I will.
Alright.
I absolutely will. She doesn't trust anyone besides the people she came here with.
You're still at disadvantage. but-
Besides, yeah, she
At
trusts
this
you
point-
because you've been in as much shit as she has,
I feel like
and also you heard Karn. So,
at this point, I feel trusted.
You're at disadvantage.
yes. Okay, 10.
10. You can tell that he's earnest in his words, that he's not after you, and he's being very truthful about what's going on. As the carton just hits a rock in the mud. And then at that point, Randall, you're moving up to the cart essentially with your 45 feet, just 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. You're going to have to spend your entire turn essentially getting onto the cart. You just see Randall.
Just hanging on.
What's going on?
What's going on?
She ignores him.
Just let it happen.
She ignores him for now.
Okay, we go to me and Securus.
Okay, so she asks, we can trust you and everything. He says yes. She's like, okay. She starts putting away Moon Shadow,
Okay.
and she's like, I will trust you for now. I have things to tell you. We all do. But, and she halfway puts it away. She
Okay.
like stops. But I'm at the ends of my ropes. I'm pretty sure everyone is. At the first sight of betrayal or anything, your head comes off. And it puts it away.
Face is very pale. Yeah. He doesn't speak back.
Okay. As long as she sits down, she gets all ladylike again. She gets all proper.
Sits on like her knees and like
does her
fixes her hair, puts on the circlet.
Basically, to everyone around, she looks like she could be a princess.
Okay, Your Highness, what's going on?
Now Randall is just hanging onto the side of the car, just going, pulling himself up.
And does Randall?
Oh, yes.
He says, Your Highness.
Oh, he's figured it out by now with things he caught in town.
She actually gets taken off guard by that, and is like, no one's called me that in a long time.
I heard comments in town. Don't even. I figured it out.
Anyways,
What kingdom? I don't know.
so Zakaris, Rex, and Ryder, you guys see that the matter is essentially calmed down after a very quick minute, basically, of conversation.
Is it calmed down as soon as Randall got there?
Yeah, pretty much it's ended once Randall had gotten there.
What the hell did Randall do?
He ran
Little
like
tiny
book.
legs, just hauling ass.
Basically,
Zakaris, should we keep watching this or continue back to our game?
I think the majority of it is over, so let's go back to dice.
Okay, let's go.
fair enough.
Round 276 of the game of dice.
Basically, what I will then do is sit down, comment on him, just be like, no, I haven't heard that, and task at hand. She looks at whoever the fuck, Mead. She's like, Mead? Can I call you that right now?
We'll stick with that, yeah. It's probably
Okay.
an easier name.
She holds out her hand and is like, since I can trust you, I want you to be able to trust me. My name is Jacqueline Ash River.
Pleasure to meet you, Jacqueline. And he grabs your hand, does a very sly shake. Very, it's near paranoia. He's just going ever so slowly to try to not create even the smallest amount of possible threat.
As far as I can tell, we are not enemies. For now. I cannot necessarily say that about the rest of this caravan.
Hi.
What?
Hi.
Harvey Days may not be a political figure like we thought.
I mean, he didn't say he was a super high political figure.
He said he was.
He said he
We
made.
talked to Karn and he said he wasn't.
Harvey was part of the Merchants Guild.
Did he say that?
He did.
Yeah.
He did.
No, that-
He did.
What did he?
He
There's a
did.
political figure in the Merchants Guild.
Correct.
I thought that was the.
Lord's is another
Yeah,
member.
the
of it.
Lord, though, has claimed he's another member.
Okay. Well, I still don't think he's a person who needs to be that paranoid and needs this much of a guard. Harvey has probably been lying to us for some reason. The Grand Maven may not be who she says she is,
Oh, God.
and I don't know about anyone else.
I mean,
Mead. He kind of pitches in, putting up a finger. At least
That's what you say you are.
I mean, it's true.
You
but-
did tell me that was a name. Basically, me snapping at you was not you. It was pomp and circumstance. We're all tired.
and apparently we can't trust anyone.
Yeah. So, I want someone who I can trust.
Hi.
Besides,
He kind of points down to the deer, very, very
I
politely.
don't know
just
what the
pets
fuck
deer.
that is.
I do.
I go.
can
I don't know what the fuck that is, and make a sly, like a shot glance at Zakaris, hoping to get eye contact.
Nobody's
You
playing
look up
dice.
to him. He's playing dice. He's not paying attention to what's going on. He's going, yeah, rolling dice as loud as possible.
And then she will just shake her head and be like,
Yeah, you both are just rolling dice loudly. My God, it was loud.
Stop.
It's true.
Don't ruin my.
It was.
She
it's
will,
birthday effect.
she will slightly shake her head, and in her exhaustion, all of her mental barriers are kind of going away. And in Infernal, she will say, that is what I might have to spend the rest of my life with.
Okay. I think this is a pretty good place to take our break.
I gotta check my languages quick. I don't remember what I was this guy.
So
Wait,
we'll
do you
see
still have
you.
comprehend languages on?
It's on for an hour, isn't it?
It's 10 minutes, I think.
Oh,
It's an hour.
No,
I think it's only 10 minutes.
I heard ya.
It might
No,
not.
yeah, you're right.
I think it's only 10 minutes.
She doesn't know that she doesn't know what the spell is, so she doesn't know.
Yeah, the spell at this point is basically ended.
Does
So,
he just catch it?
your brother, huh?
Huh?
Does he catch like half of it as it goes out?
You heard what?
No. It's been over for a while now.
I like that
I can
idea. It
still
just runs out right.
Right. Just like, huh?
It's God,
I should.
Well, we are still going
You
to be
haven't-
continuing the session later on, so thank you everyone for listening. We're going to be continuing this in probably like, 5-10 minutes or so. Alright, thank you so much for listening.